move on to Hasan Piker, as we all know, is making his propaganda trip to China, where he's been getting praise from the Chinese state-run media, where he tried to, in an interview, prop up China and say it's misunderstood, and he's here to show everyone how great China is and their regime. And then we have the official Chinese embassy in United States account do a peeking eye emoji over that interview.
Yeah, when supporting terrorism didn't quite work out for him and it put everybody against him, he just turned hard to pandering for Chinese communist propaganda. Like, holy shit, man. The grift is strong.
You said something interesting, because, you know, I was born in the Soviet Union, so we both have direct experience of socialism in various shapes and forms. You talked about, well, there's positives and there's negatives. So is there a country that's done socialism the way that you like?
I would say that I am hypercritical of all forms of governance, including the American one. I think that's not a surprise to you guys, right? And in that same vein, I think like there is critiques to apply to all forms of governance, even socialist ones.
Yeah.
And as far as like getting closer to what I think has been relatively successful, because if ultimately the point of government is to improve the material conditions of all people, on that, I would say China is probably the closest. And there are still plenty of failures within the Chinese system as well, plenty of issues within the Chinese system as well. But that's probably the closest, I would say, to an example that we should follow.
So do everything the government says and have no actual freedom. That includes himself. I don't think he realizes that, or maybe he does, or maybe he just doesn't care. It's probably the third one. He just actually doesn't care, because he's in America. He's just saying these things because people like to hear it, or people like to make fun of him for saying these things, and he makes money off of it. And more importantly, he gets to be in all the inner circles of all the famous rich people, and he gets to seem like he's important. But that's some Hunger Games shit, and he wants to be one of the villains.